Hey everyone, it's Aquila, and this is a Lefty Never podcast, episode 112. This is my YouTube channel where I talk about knitting and fiber and crafty stuff. And I film throughout the week and I post every Saturday. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome to the crazy. No, we're not crazy. Just, it's a little chaotic sometimes. And if you've been here before, you know it. Oh boy. Oh, thank you to everyone who commented on last episode. You're all so kind. I know I am very hard on myself. I've always been that way, and I don't know if that's something I can change very easily. I think it would take a lot of work. And I'm just hard on myself, especially if it's like something I'm doing for someone else. I want it to be 100% right. So just thank you. Everybody's so kind. It is Monday, and it is the 12th of April. Yeah. I have coffee. So let me show you this mug. I haven't got to show you guys this mug. When we went camping, we stopped at Mr. Eds Elephant Museum and Candy Emporium. And it's real eclectic, and we love that kind of thing. And you can get like individual candies, and you fill like a bag, and it's by weight or whatever. Well, John was like, well, how much do you have? And I was like, I don't know. And he was like, put it in this cup or pick a cup, because he was over at the cup wall. He's like, you probably have enough to fill it, and then you just pay for the mug and you get the candy for free. And I was like, okay, because pretty much we were probably going to spend like $5 in that loose candy anyway. So for another $5, because I think it was 10, I got a mug. Ready? It's so cute. So at the crossroads where this museum / candy shop is this giant elephant, and he is all blinged out. I think there's a picture on my Instagram page. You can find all my links down below on my personal Instagram page, which is public, so you can go see that. Hayes standing in front of this elephant. Did I get the sticker off? I did. I think it was like $10. Not that we needed another mug in our lives. You guys know how that goes. I had cleaned out some just generic mugs, and there's probably a few more I could get rid of. Yeah. Because I want to keep all of our fun ones, obviously. And I have like handmade ones and whatnot, so. All right. Knitting. Let's show you some knitting. This is not quite done because I have to weave in ends, but it is blocked. Yesterday was so nice out. We keep like a bucket that I got at like the dollar store. It's not quite like it doesn't look like a bucket. It looks like a bin. It's just round and it's plastic and it has 2 handles. And we throw all of our hand knits in there so I can wash them, because, you know, people can't be trusted to wash things. You know. So we had hats from camping that smelled like campfire, that were hand knits, and then all of our socks. So I washed 21 pairs of socks yesterday, 3 hats, and then I blocked this cowl while I was at it. This is the Conversation Hearts cowl. The minis are from Andrea, the cat lady, which I will link down below. And the pattern was just made up by me. The background colors are gray and cream, and they are Knit Picks palette. So you guys ready? I was in the yellow the last time you saw this. I was like right at the bottom of the yellow. So this is knit, sorry, it's very bright out today, like it's overcast. So this is knit from the bottom up, and I staggered the hearts, and each line of hearts have a different background color. I think I am going to try to write this up. I need to find out like a tech editor. I'm going to put it up for free, but mostly what I want to do is put it up because in my chart, I want to give you guys where the floats should be caught at or around, to give somebody that's never maybe done color work easier go of it. I haven't woven my ends in, but I'll show you my floats. There you go. Beautiful floats. I love that. It's so pretty. Okay. It didn't block out as big as I hoped it would be, so I think this would be more of like a child size. So if I wrote it up, I would have to do another, obviously, and do it in a bigger size so I could give you guys measurements. I mean, it fits me. It's definitely tight. It's super cute though. And honestly, this isn't too bad of a size. I think 2 more repeats maybe. So this was 140, so it would be like 160 cast on a size 4. This is 140 on a size 4. So with fingering weight. All right, that's all I have to show you right now. So stay tuned. Today's Wednesday, the 14th, and this week has already been a whirlwind. Is it the 14th? I really need to look at the day before I do this. I probably need to have more coffee before I do this. I signed up for Dunkin' today, the Dunkin' app. I hate adding all these apps to your phone. I just hate that. But I take Haze like once a week, and why not get the perks out of it? That's, you know, my logical thinking, my money saving thinking. Like, you spend $1, you get so many points. I don't know. I wouldn't do it for places that we don't frequent as much. I mean, but we're going to Dunkin' like once a week because that's kind of like a treat for her to be like, if you're good all week and you get ready and brush your teeth and get dressed and do as we say, you can have Dunkin'. Then mommy gets to have Dunkin'. Although I didn't have Dunkin', I came home and made a coffee. Not that you guys needed to know that I signed up for Dunkin'. Yesterday, I had to go into the office, and that is the last time I'll be in that building. They sold it. We have a new building. I may have mentioned this previously on episodes, but we are going to be in a new building. And I'm actually going to have windows around my work area. So we were on the first floor in the old building, and I was in like a back room, which had no windows, because only the front offices had any windows, like on the street level. We're going to have a window. We're going to be on the 5th floor. We're going to have a nice view of the city. Maybe when I finally get there, I'll take video and I'll show you where we're going to be. Yeah. That'd be cool. If anybody's interested. I was a little disappointed. So, my work was, they sold the building, and I think anything that they weren't taking was just gonna end up getting trashed. Now, or reused. I'm not quite sure. I took some stickers and labels and things like that. That just like half-used boxes of labels. And Hazel and I are gonna make stickers. So she already took my sticker. This is one of her stickers. Sorry, leaning. So I just thought it would be fun for her to be able to make stickers out of something they were just gonna be trashing. Again, the penny pinching brain. All right, I have talked now 3 minutes and not showed you. And so, needless to say, this is where I was going with this. I asked if I could bring home my stand-up desk. Now, my stand-up desk was not a full-on desk that lifted. It was the model that you put on top of your existing desk or workstation, and that had like a thing in it that lifted it up and down. And it's manual. It's not electric or anything. And I asked if I could take it home from my home office because I don't think they were going to be they definitely weren't taking it to the new space because all of the workstations at the new place already have stand-up options. So there was no need. And I was like, could I take it home from my home office? And they were like, yes. And I was like, yes. So I'm very excited. Maybe I'll take a video downstairs of my new stand-up. Not that, I mean, I am in the basement of my house, that is where my office / craft room is, so it's a little dark. But maybe I'll show you, or put in a picture. Maybe that's what I'll do. What I've worked on. I wove in those ends on that cowl, y'all. That's done. Ends. No ends. There's none. Ready? Boom. No ends. No ends. I'm excited about that. I definitely think I need to make the neck size up though for like an adult. It fits me, but as you saw in the last video. Okay. Catbells. I've picked up Catbells sweater again. That is a pattern by Nodecker. I am using fisherman's wool that my husband dyed, and he dyed it this brown color. Now you can tell this ball is a little darker than this ball. I'm alternating on the sleeves because if you have seen any of my episodes, the bottom part of this sweater, which I'll show you right now, is darker than the top half because I wasn't alternating on the body, but I think it looks really good. So the last time you guys saw this, I had bound off the bottom and I hadn't picked up on the sleeve. I have now picked up on the sleeve and I am alternating every 2 rows because it is a 2-row repeat for this pattern. And there you go. I don't know if you would have been able to notice with these two. I had remaining yarn left from that ball at the bottom, and that is just put away because I think that's too dark. So I just don't think you can tell. So I've picked up a sleeve. Yay! So I have that sleeve to do, this sleeve to pick up and do, and then there's a neckband. I wear mine all the time. I love it. This is for my sister-in-law. Hopefully she'll love it too. She tried mine on when we saw her, and she liked it. She said she liked it. Teenagers say things and then might not always mean them. I know I was that teenager. I mean, but I would tell my mom before I took tags off and be like, I really don't like it. Can we take it back? That way, I didn't just say I liked it and then never wore it and took the tags off, and then my mom couldn't have done anything about it. So be the teenager that tells your parents, I really don't care for it, and if you have the receipt, can we please exchange it? That is what I would love, you know, Hazel to grow up doing too. Wow, this is like the penny pinching, saving money clip of the century. Sorry. All right, so my friend Jess was having a Destash. She was trying to raise some money for some vet bills for her little baby kitty. Kitty is doing well to the last time I checked on her Instagram. Army Wife Knitting Life, and her name's Jessica. And she still has, I think, stuff up for Destash. So if you are interested, check it out. I'll link down below. But I bought 3 things. Of course, stuff for my knitting machine, because that's exciting. Now, I have knit with Regia before. That's what this is. The label kind of is falling apart. That's okay. I don't mind. Regia. I don't know if they have color names, but here you go. I think it's really cool looking. It's very bright. And I'm excited. I mean, this is a lot of yarn. I feel like their skeins are really big. 460 yards. Yeah, they're pretty big. Maybe the color is 43768 Party. Maybe that's it. I'm not sure. So there's one. This is another Regia. This is kind of different. Nordic color. And you can see the stripings there. So this is really only 2 colors, and I thought it was really cool. This is also, I think, the same yardage. Oh, no, Party is not the colorway because that is also on this label. So I don't know the color name for that one. I apologize. This is Nordic color, maybe is the name for this one because it's actually like on the front part. Thought that was cool. Oh, this one is a little less. Isn't that interesting? 459 yards versus 460. 1 yard difference. That's interesting. Okay. Last one I bought, which I've never had this yarn before. I've never even actually heard of this dyer. Mint Rain hand dyed yarns. Mint Rain hand dyed yarns. This is the Slytherin colorway, which is a self-striping. I am not like, I've never like took the test and seen what house I'm in. I mean, I enjoy the Harry Potter stuff. I, again, will not be buying anything new that benefits the author, but I will probably get the books because I did enjoy the books and the audiobooks and the movies for when Hayes gets a little older, but I will find them used. So. And this came on it. Now, this was not part of what I ordered, and I don't know if Jess threw that on or if that came on from this, with this skein, when she bought this skein. I'm not sure, but it looks like a little fruitcake. Now, Jess, I hope if you watch this, please correct me, and who makes it, because I don't know. And when she lets me know, I'll edit it. But it looks like a little fruitcake to me. Is there some sort of cake in Harry Potter that's Slytherin? Or maybe it's not Slytherin specific, it's just Harry Potter specific. If anybody knows, let me know. Thank you. So I'm excited. Green is my favorite color, and I will have some stripy green socks. That's what I got. So to help kitties' vet bills, you know, anything to help somebody with their little fur babies, because I know how hard that is. It's very difficult. They're like our children too. Some people don't understand that, and some people totally understand that. It's just, you know. Pet lovers. All right, that's all I got. I've talked a lot and not much to show. Sorry. All right. Oh, I wanted to show you some of the orders I cranked. Damn it. Because I want to wrap them up and get them out. Maybe I'll go get them. Since I talked a lot in the last clip, I'll try to be quick showing these. I have permission from my customers to show their order, just so everybody knows. I make sure I ask that first, because I don't know, I feel better asking and knowing. So sorry about that. Ugh. Okay. So I cranked, part of this is a live video yesterday. A lot of people like hearing the sound of the machine. So I talked during the setup and then I cranked. And I cranked just one of the 50-gram hanks. So Mustache Yarns, I'm covering up my customer's name. She wrote it on there. Mustache Yarns. She sends her yarns. It says it's a perfect self-striping sock. Must match skeins, 2 identical skeins twisted together. So it looks like one when you get it, and then when you unravel it, it's 2 50-gram skeins that match. So I cranked one of them yesterday. That was the Woodstock 50, and it's a 20 stripe, which I think is insane. Like, I can't even imagine dyeing like a 2-color self-striping, but I don't dye yarn. So here we go. You ready? And they do match. Look at that. Boop. Boop-a-doop. There you go. So there's that one. Beautiful. Thought that was really beautiful. I'm very excited for the customer to get these back. The other one was part of her Great Reads collection, and it was Ready Player One, which I loved this book. I thought the book was really, really, really good, and I was a little disappointed at the movie. I mean, I know you can't pack every detail from a book into a movie and it has to be like modified. I get that. Or else you'd have like, you know, 6 movies to make one book, right? So, because you just can't. And some things I guess you can't always interpret the right way or the correct way or however. So this is Ready Player One, and this was really cool. Also, so this one had green at the top, and I was really worried. I was really worried about using white being close to the gray because I want to have a nice contrast. So I used my gold at the top, or that yellowy goldenrod color. And at the bottom, I used my green because I was afraid to use green at the top being right next to the green stripe. So, and then I used green at the bottom against the gray. There you go. So there's those 2. And then I cranked one more order. Mail is still terrible. Mail is what it is. You know, I don't know the politics of it all. I'm sure there's something behind it, right? I thought they were still catching up from Christmas, and maybe they are. I don't know. I don't know. The pandemic messed up a lot of things because then everybody was ordering online and getting stuff mailed. So it was really hard on all these shipping companies, including the USPS. So this one sat in one location and then finally updated, and I received it. It was insane. Actually, I did not get permission from this customer, but I am sure she'll probably be okay with it. I'm not telling you who my customers are. So I've never heard of this yarn. This is Fierce Fibers. And these are 2 50-gram balls of matching gradients. Seriously, how do people dye a gradient? It's called True, and it's hand-dyed in Hillsboro, Oregon. Her Instagram feed is beautiful, or their Instagram feed. I need to stop saying pronouns that I'm not sure of. But the yardage was actually a little short on this, and I noticed the yarn was a little bit thicker. This is called Solar Flare. Now, this order was also 2 tubes because they came in 50 grams, and I just cranked the whole tube. But man, I don't know how people can dye gradients like this. And I videoed this as just a quick video post on my IG. So if you want to look at that and watch it crank up, it was really awesome. How do people do this? I'm not sure how people do this. Because that is a little fuzzball. I was like, what is that on screen? That was a little fuzzball. That's just freaking nuts. Oh, it kind of matches my shirt. I don't know how people dye self-striping. I mean, I've seen how people dye self-striping. It's a lot of work. So make sure you're not giving your self-striping dyers a lot of grief. Because I can understand why they say their orders take so long. It's a lot of work. And I don't know how they do this. I'm not quite sure. It's quite amazing, in all honesty. So these are going out today in the mail. These are my little tags I use in my bucket. I write down the order. It's on the other side so you can't see it. I write down the order, and then I think I showed you my little system, and I put it in my bucket, and I can see the order through the clear, and I put them in order of when I've received them so I can get them out the door in a timely manner. All right, I've talked a lot again. Sorry. Okay, everyone, it is now Saturday. Oh God, what is today? The 16th?
I'm not allowed to speak.
No, you weren't allowed to be playing your video. If you want to be in the video, you can do that. But we're not going to go through this right now, and now I have to restart my video.
Do you, though?
No, not really.
Get married, folks. It's fun.
This is like stupid banter. This isn't even like fighting. Okay, sorry. He just got done washing a cat. a very angry cat. And her name is Miss Mia Wallace. And she waddles because she's fat. She's plump. And she gets poopy butt. So she needs baths. That's more you needed to know about our cats.
I get to pick it out by hand in the bath. You get to unclump it from the hair. It's
I've done it before.
sensual.
I've done it. It's not fun. All right, so I don't have a whole lot of actual progress on like the few projects that I have on needles. So I'm going to show you guys some future, well, I have one other thing. I should say one other thing. I watched a video on Sock TV about making fingerless gloves, and I wanted to try it. So I went straight for the meat and part of it. I know I can do like the ribbing, and I know I can do the ribbing for the fingers. So I went straight for the middle part, which is creating like the gusset for the thumb, and then you got to hang these stitches back on, and then you crank again in the round, and I've done it. So this was just me practicing, so ignore the fact that I probably need to make my tension a little tighter, and or put the heel spring on, and or use Lycra. I have to do some more practice, like testing. I use Knit Picks Felici, and I just did a E-wrap cast on so I didn't have project yarn at the end, or waste yarn, because I wanted to try that. So I did an E-wrap cast on, and then you crank for so long. Now I should have cranked more, and I should have ribbing here, but again, this is me just doing practice. All right, let me hold it over here. Is that better? What you do is you crank up to here, and then you take all these needles all the way around out of work. You lift them up. And then you're knitting a flat panel. So this is a flat panel here, and I'm going across, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you can kind of see how the stitch direction changes. So these are all the flat panel. And even here, which you have to sew that up. That is something I haven't done yet, obviously. That gets sewn up. Now, if you need a wider thumb, I could definitely sew up with no problem. But for maybe somebody who has a bigger hands, bigger thumb, you would need to do more stitches. So you would put less stitches out of work. And then you hang these stitches right on this flat edge back on your machine. So you have all the stitches again, all the needles have stitches on them. I mean, you'll take those off. You put some sort of waste yarn or you'll finish it and then take it off. And then hang your stitches, and then the stitches change direction again. See how they're going this way? Because you're putting this on your needle and then you're knitting that way. Now I've been talking with some of my friend crankers, and I saw some examples of them doing just ribbing here. I saw examples of people going further up, well, probably to about here, doing to here, and then doing the short row and doing the toe, and then you would Kitchener on either the front or the back side. I am really excited about these. They're a little big for my hand, you can see, so that I need to definitely tighten it up. I don't have anything smaller than a 64, so I think these are so cool. I'm very happy with how it looks. The video really showed you how to pick up where to put your stitches on the machine when you're putting these on, so you don't get a gap. I really enjoyed doing this. So I want to have ready-made items in my shop, and I thought maybe some fingerless gloves would be fun ready-made items. I have like my Addi circular machine that I could put like hats in my shop, and I might do that too eventually. And I also want to have ready-made socks in the shop and just list will fit approximately women's size 7, 8 or whatever. So eventually I want to do that too. So this was fun. I really enjoyed doing this. The other thing, I left a bunch of yarn because I thought I was going to like finish it off, but I'm not going to finish it off. It's going to get ripped out. But I wanted to show you guys first before I ripped it out. The other thing that I cranked this for an order and I thought people might want to see. So this is John's Dyed Yarn Knitty Bow Fiber Co. This order, they bought the skein. They wanted it split in half. And then the ribbing done, and then just cranked tube with waste yarn at the end, and that's what this is. There are 2 here. They're just already in the thing. So you get the E-wrap top with the ribbed 20 rows, and then you get a tube, and you can do whatever you want to do. Like if you want to make wrist warmer, like you can make fingerless gloves with these. You can do socks, obviously. So I just wanted to show you that option in the shop because I've never shown that on the podcast. So that is one of the options you can pick from our Etsy shop, and that's fun. So you get like the ribbing already done. This is going to be a baby blanket. One of my coworkers is having a grandbaby, and so I think I'm gonna do the star blanket or whatever. I've done it like a bunch of times. The rugged ripple star blanket or whatever they call it. I don't know. I can put the thing down below. This is just some Lion Brand mandala. This is the 3 weight, so light. You get 590 yards. I'm going to use the recommended hook most likely, which is an 8H or 5 millimeter. And the colorway is called Narnia, and it will have that color sequence. All right, the last thing I want to show you, which is definitely going to get cast on probably sooner than later. I want to make a larger size of the Conversation Hearts cowl. Like more of an adult size. That's definitely more of a child. I mean, you saw me put it on. But I want to make a bigger size. So I'm going to use the same minis from Andrea. But I'm still going to alternate the background color, but I'm changing it to be dark colors. So this is similar to Knit Picks palette. I think it's Cascade. The fingering weight in the Cascade. It collects, and it's like a 2-ply. So it was similar to the palette. So I'm going to use this. And I don't have any more palette, and I wish I had purple. Oh no. John's showing me CNN stories. The woman from Peaky Blinders, the aunt. She's like the aunt, the matriarch.
Yeah, and she's from your Harry Potter that you like.
Wait, let me see her again. Who did she play in Harry Potter? Does it say? I remember her more from Peaky Blinders. She died. She was young. 52?
Oh, yeah, 52, died peacefully at home after a heroic battle with cancer.
She had cancer. Oh, boy. Okay.
Narcissa Malfoy?
Oh, she was Malfoy's mom. Okay.
I have no idea.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't know. I know. Okay. She passed away. That's a shame. That's sad. How can I talk about a cheery, happy Conversation Arts cowl now? Okay, well, these are going to be my background colors. Oh, I should have my cowl. Well, in my cowl, the colors went Roy G. Biv or whatever, so the purple was at the bottom.
Yeah, it was.
So I want the black to be the background for purple and not the purple, because I think I want the contrast. Here, so this will be easier. Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
So I think I'm going to start with the black as the ribbing. I'm sorry, the purple as the ribbing. Because, see, that's not enough contrast. So the black against the purple is going to be much more contrast. So the black will also be against yellow, and the black will be against the pink. And then the purple will be against the green, which I think is pretty, and against the orange, which isn't my favorite color combinations. At least not these 2 shades of orange and purple, but that's okay. So I am going to alternate it. I think this was 140 stitches. I'm gonna do 160 because that's 2 full repeats. That's gonna give me a decent amount of extra space for the adult size, and I'm gonna use the same size needles. And then I'm gonna attempt to write this up, and if anybody has a tech editor that they use that they would like to forward my information, or if maybe one of my friends who have written patterns want to just tech edit this, because I am going to do this for free. This is not going to be, I'm not going to make it paid for, I don't think. So paying, you know, I know you're supposed to pay a tech editor, and I don't want to ask my friends also to do it for free either, but maybe just to look over it. I don't know. I've never done this. Maybe I'll ask a few people to knit it for me. I mean, and just give me some suggestions. I could always tweak it after I post it. I know people make updates to patterns all the time on Ravelry because I get those notifications. So I don't want my pattern to be poorly written either. A lot of times people get free patterns and they're like, it's written really terrible, and I just don't want that either. So yeah. All right, so it's gonna be like the opposite, like cheery. I mean, not that this is not cheery with the hearts in it, but this is super like bright and cheery, and then I'll use the darker colors. I just think that would be fun. So do you have anything to say, sir, about Johnny Bo Dies, since you're not even going to come over here and say nothing?
I don't have anything to say.
John will not have a video this week, just so you know, so I'm sorry if you're looking for a video on Sunday, it won't be there. And Hazel and I aren't going to do a takeover again this week. It's just, I had time to think about it last time, and this, I don't know, I just... I hope everybody's well. Call your loved ones, check on your loved ones, and make sure everybody's doing okay. We are still in the pandemic. It's still happening. It's still, the numbers are rising really high in some places, and that's just quite scary because I think people are like, we can get out. And you can't rush this. You can't rush it. Yeah. So, all right. Look forward to me posting more about these because I'm excited. And yeah, if anybody has, if anybody wants to give me some help, that would be awesome. I don't know if I have a screenshot for this week, so let's do this one. Ready? All right, take care, everyone. Knit happy.